Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. Before we get started, I'd like to pay respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, which is the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and to all the elders past, present, and emerging, and also to the respective traditional owners of all the other Starlight rooms who are watching across the country. So a massive hello to all of you if you're watching in the hospital, and also a massive hello to all the people who are watching on Facebook Live at the moment. We have a very special guest today. I'd love to introduce you to Reuben Cullen, the author of A Hero Born. Hello, Reuben.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Book Week, everyone. It's Book Week this week. So happy Book Week. Yes, we've been waiting for this all year, haven't we?
Absolutely. Oh, man. Now, first things first, Reuben, I just have to say, your costume is nearly as bright as ours. What's going on? Please tell me about it.
It is pretty good, isn't it? So I'm actually an electrician, and on building sites, when you wear clothes, you have to wear these because you try to avoid accidents and stuff. So you wear nice bright clothes, but I sort of thought, they're bright and colourful and fun. Why not wear them all the time, even when I'm writing books? So that's what I do. I like to keep it fun, and that's why I wear them.
Well, you would fit in so well in any Starlight Express room right now. So let me tell you that. That's brilliant. Now, is this your first book that you've written?
It is my first book, and I also self-published it too. So it was a bit of a journey. Yeah, it is. So I'm pretty happy to have finished it and get it done and have the opportunity to read it. So it's awesome.
Wow. Right. Now, how hard was it to write a whole book? Because I've tried putting down some words before, but sometimes I get them in the wrong order, and the kids have to point out to me that I've done that. But you've managed to put a whole book with all the words in the right order.
Yeah, it can be tough, but you know how it is when you're trying to do something. But I sort of had an idea, so it was pretty easy because I knew what I wanted to do. But like anything, you sometimes hit hurdles which you have to jump over, and when you're learning new things, you got to work through them. But I stuck at it and I got it done. And it's a little bit like Goldilocks when she's in Goldilocks and the Three Bears and she's trying to find the perfect bed and the porridge. You just got to stick at it and get it just right, don't you?
Absolutely. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the story? What's this book about?
Okay, so it's about being the best person that you can be and believing in yourself and realizing that superheroes might do super things, but you can be a hero and realize that you're a hero by just being the best person you can be. And that's what it's about.
That is such a lovely, lovely story. I'm really excited to hear so much more about this. And I believe today you're going to be doing a reading of the book for us, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And I'm very, very excited. I can tell you, Captain Starlight.
Me too. Well, should we get cracking?
I reckon we should.
Let's do it. All right. Reuben, please take it away.
All right. A Hero Born. This book is dedicated to Casey. You put the beat of the music into my life and you saved it as well. My most cherished memories are those I spent with you. I hope and dream that I see you again. Over we go. A Hero Born. Okay, here we go. When I look in a mirror, what I want to see is my hero of the world. That's who I want to be. Everyone can see the hero up there?
Yeah.
Over the page. A hero can touch stars as they fly through the sky and can do anything that they choose to try. Nothing's out of my reach, despite how hard it seems. With the will, there's a way. So I'll chase all my dreams. So he's having a bit of a dream there.
Yeah.
They're fit for the contest and ready for the task. They're as strong as can be to tackle all that we ask. I'll be healthy and full. I'll be peaceful and whole in my mind and my body, as well as my soul. Whenever we need them, no matter what it's for, a hero will be there. We know that's for sure. I could be anywhere, and so could you too, but you can rely on me to always be there for you. Looks like that little girl might have fallen off her bike, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen. Taking all in their stride to help all those in need, heroes risk all they have just to do a good deed. Looks like he's flying towards those helps, doesn't he? Let's have a look. I'll go out of my way, put myself on the line, and do what I should. That's a promise of mine. Must be going to help the girl out, it looks like. If someone's in danger, if trouble's on its way, heroes will protect us and always save the day. If it's comfort or help, or to be by your side, I'm here for the journey, so together we'll ride. Oh, looks like they've become friends, the boy and the girl. It's pretty good. Whatever they say is what they will do. You're safe when they scream, I'm here to save you. I'll be one you can trust. When I talk the talk, whatever I say, I will walk the walk. They're ready for action, full of courage and fight, with no fear to jump in with all of their might. I'll believe in myself that I'll pass any test. Whatever the challenge, I'll give it my best. Okay. As hard as it may be, a battle at its roughest, heroes won't give up. You know they're the toughest. Looks like he's stopping the whole train, doesn't it? With desire to succeed, apply effort and time. I'll achieve all my goals as I did with this rhyme. Looks like the boy and the girl are riding off together, and she said, thanks for helping me. And he said, anytime. Isn't that nice? Through the struggle and fight, till the battles are won, a hero always smiles when all's said and done. I'll cherish each day when I wait till it ends, every moment I share with my family and friends. It looks pretty fun, that barbecue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's always fun having good barbecues and with hanging out with mates, isn't it? When I look in a mirror, what I want to see, the best version of myself, so my hero's really me. And you can see there, you've got a mirror there to look at yourself, because you are a hero and you don't need to do anything extraordinary to be a hero. And you just need to be yourself and be the best person you can be. And heroes don't always wear capes, but they are born just like you, and that's what is extraordinary, all of you. And on that last page, we have the hero traits or values. And first one was in the book, being ambitious. So that's like chasing your dreams and your goals. The second one was being healthy, so looking after yourself and being healthy in the mind, in the body and the soul, and eating the right foods and being fit. The next was reliable, so people being able to count on you. Then was selfless, so doing things that might not always be the best for you, but they're doing the best thing for everybody. After that, we had caring, which was being kind to others and looking after others. Then we had honest, which is telling the truth. And then confidence, which is believing in yourself. And then we had being determined, which is not ever giving up and sticking at it. And then lastly, being happy, which is how good is it to be happy? And then realizing that you're your own hero. So there we have it, kids. I hope you enjoyed the book and the reading. What did you think, Captain Starlight?
Reuben, I think that is such a wonderful book and such an amazing message. There's so many messages in there, but you've really nailed that. And I think that's really true to all of us Captain Starlights. You know, those values are what we really love to see in people and love to encourage as well. And you've made it the epitome of it. This beautiful little book. This is fantastic.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed Captain Starlight.
Yeah, man. Well, I have a question for you, which is actually kind of tied to that. What inspired you to write this book?
Well, what inspired me was all the little heroes that I'm reading to right now and around the world, because I had some times where I maybe was a bit lost or didn't know what I wanted to do and maybe felt a bit down. And I thought, hang on, maybe I might think up a dream that I might like to do and try to achieve. And since I was good with my words and my imagination, I thought, nothing could make me happier than writing a children's book for kids so they could realise that they're their own heroes. So that's what inspired me. Pretty good.
Oh, that is it's so good. Now, we've got a question that's come through from Tim, and Tim has asked, who drew the pictures, Reuben?
So Michael Glender, a friend of mine, or he's known as Mika, he drew the pictures for me and he helped in the creation of the book. We worked together on them and he did a fantastic job. Do you like the pictures?
Yeah, I love the pictures and I love the way that everything plays side by side. It just makes it so, you know, you can really see all of the stuff about the hero being in each of us and in each of these kids as well. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah.
And so if anyone has any questions that they do want to ask Reuben, please call your SER and pass on the questions and then we'll get them through to us. Or if you're watching in Monash, give us a call. We obviously will be able to take calls through here, and then as well on Facebook Live, just pop your questions in the chat there and pass them through. And we have a question from Mary here who asks, how do you make your own book?
So to make your own book, you've got to basically think up what you're going to write about, write the story, find someone who's going to be able to do the illustrations and the drawings, and work with them in what you wanted the illustrations to be. And it's nice to work together because through what you want to do the pictures to be and through their creative genius as well, you can work together and make the pictures beautiful, like as you can see here. And after that, you've got to find someone who can print it. And then once you found someone who can print it, you get it edited, sorry. Then once you find someone who can print it, you get them made up. And then all of a sudden you have a book in your hands.
And so you did this whole process yourself this time? You self-published the book?
Yeah, that's right. I worked it all out as I went along. It was a bit like doing an apprenticeship, like when I became an electrician, but it was lots of fun learning something new along the way, and anyone can do it. You just got to stick at it and work it out and maybe get some help off someone like maybe myself if you're interested in doing one, because I can tell you how to do it.
That's so cool. So how did you feel when you saw your first copy of the book?
I was pretty excited. A bit like when you want to jump up and down, you got a smile on your face. You know, when something pretty fun happens, or you're just that excited. I was a bit like that. Always had a big smile on my face. I couldn't stop the excitement, like the butterflies in the tummy. It was all happening for me. I was so pumped.
Oh, that's so good. Well, we've got a question that's come through from David, who asks, how old do you have to be to make a book?
Well, it just depends on how you can make a book at any age, really. It just depends on what you want to write about. And you could even just start by putting down some ideas on paper and try to build on those. And from there, keep trying to write your story. But age has no limitations, I don't think. But along the way, you might need some help if you're a bit younger to get the job done. So I'd say to anyone who wants to try to write a book, there's no age that can stop. That's early enough that can start. You can start whenever you like.
Wow.
Pretty good, isn't it?
That is pretty good. So, I mean, I'm 5,234 years old. Am I maybe a bit young? I might need a bit of help to do it still.
Well, you're still pretty young, I think. Yeah. So maybe you might need some help, but that's okay, because getting help's great, because it gets you along the way closer to your dream, doesn't it? If you wanted to write one. And then when you get a bit older, Captain Starlight, you might be able to do it on your own.
Yes. I do like it though, because it's so much more fun when there's other people to help as well. It's kind of, sometimes it can be, when there's other people, there's just so much fun.
Well, that's it. When working as a team is great, isn't it?
Absolutely. As you said in the book, there's no I in teamwork.
That's it.
So
Perfect.
good. Now, the biggest question of all, I think I have to ask you is, Reuben, what's your superpower?
My superpower? All right. I'm going to tell you, and it's going to be a little secret here. It is my imagination. All right. You keep that to yourself, all of you. That's a secret. I'm just telling you. Okay.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So now you all know.
That's the best superpower of all as well, because with your imagination, you can do anything.
Absolutely anything, can't you?
Ah, amazing. Now, I believe you're going to take us through a bit of an activity today. Is that right?
I do have an activity, actually, and it's called Miracle.
Miracle.
It's called Miracle. And what it is we are going to write a story and create a picture book that is your story of a dream that you would like to achieve. And then we'll work our way backwards from there, the steps that you might need to do to make that happen, all the way back to the creation of the biggest miracle in the world, that is you.
Wow. So we're going to write our very own book in this as well.
We're going to write our very own book. So that question earlier about how old do you have to be? Well, however old you like, because we're going to do one today.
This is so cool.
That's
okay,
right.
so we're going to need a few things. What are we going to need?
So what we're going to need is we need some blank sheets of paper.
Yep, blank sheets of paper. Okay.
Blank sheets of paper, some colouring in pencils to draw pictures.
Colouring in pencils, yep.
We need a grey lid, which is for writing down on our pages with just like a picture book has pictures and words. So we've got a grey lid, maybe a sharpener, which we'll need to sharpen our pencils as we're going along.
Oh, yeah. And
then after that, all we need is a stapler so we can staple our book together.
Okay.
Perfect, isn't it?
Perfect. Now, I think if you're watching around, I think especially at Monash, I know that Kelly and some of the school team are out there on the wards, so they should be supplying some of these bits and pieces to help you with this. But yeah, how exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. Now, did you want me to show you mine that I created for earlier?
Please.
All right. So I thought, now with dreams, all you need to do is you need to just start with your dream. And with a dream it's whatever you want it to be, because you can achieve anything you put your mind to. So I thought maybe I'd do mine of my dream that I did achieve, which was writing my book and then reading to all you there, all you little heroes. So I'll show you mine of what I did, and then I'll give you a couple of examples there for what maybe you can do at home there, and we can go from there. So I did a picture of me here presenting a reading and reading to use all there and doing the activity. So, and then what I did was I drew me at the table with yous there on the screen, and using my imagination, now I'm having lots of fun doing activities with little heroes and reading a hero born to them. I made lots of friends. I achieved my dream. So that was my dream that I did. Then from before that one, I thought the step before that was the book. I finished the book, and then on that page, I wrote my dream, my goal. I finished my book, my first children's book. I can't wait for kids to read it so they realise they are little heroes. Then before that was me making the book. See, I'm up there, I'm writing up there. Here I'm on the phone trying to talk to someone about getting the prints done. Then down here, I said, what should I make the pictures be? Scratching my head. And then I wrote, making my book wasn't easy, but that's what made it fun. I was learning something and chasing my dream. It made me happy. How we going, Captain Starlight? Looking pretty good, isn't it?
This is so cool.
Okay, and before that Before that, I started to write my book. There's a big picture of my book. And before that, sometimes I had doubts and didn't think I could do it, but I knew if I tried and believed in myself, I could achieve it all my hopes and dreams. I started to tell myself, I'm going to do this. And then I drew a picture of me saying, I can achieve my goals if I have hope and believe myself, I'm going to do it, with a big smile on my face and a sunny day. What do you think of that picture there, Captain Starlight, of the sun? It was pretty good, isn't it?
A brilliant picture. Oh, you're such a good drawer as well, Reuben.
Yeah, they are pretty good drawings, aren't they, Captain Starlight? Yeah. Then the picture before that was me thinking up the idea of the book. And then I wrote on this page, when I was in hospital, I had lots of great ideas and got to think of lots of cool stuff. Then one day it came to me, I've got it. My dream is to write a children's book and do fun activities with kids. I'll get to use my imagination, and I love doing that. And then what we want to do is we want to do our start page, which will be you when you're born, because that is the most important part. The miracle, the biggest miracle in the world is you, all of you, and I want you to remember that. So we're going to draw a picture of when we were born, and I decided to do a picture of me in the cot, and I'm crying a little bit there. Wow, I must want some milk, or maybe I'm tired or something like that. So I drew that little picture of me in my cot, and I wrote, I was born on the 15th of February, 1984. My given name was Reuben Lee Cullen. So I want all you kids to draw that, and make sure you write your name and your birthday, because that is the most important moment, is the creation of the miracle that is you. And then lastly, we have the title page. It is Miracle. And I decided to write Miracle in the colours of the rainbow, because there's 7 letters in Miracle, and there's 7 colours of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And there's a picture of me. Yeah. So there we have it, everybody. So you can see that there we can write our first book, everybody. And after that, I'm going to staple it together like so. There we have it, everyone. We've written our first book, haven't we?
There we go. And that is a real self-published book, hey?
That's a self-published book. There we go. And how cool is it? What do you reckon, Captain Starlight?
I think that's absolutely amazing.
It is, isn't it?
So cool. And I love the pictures that you've drawn of yourself as well. I think the hair is spot on. It's just like, it's the perfect amount of cool as well. I think I'm going to try and grow mine out a little bit, and then maybe get to look the same.
Yeah. Well, that would be pretty cool. Then maybe if you draw it, because your hair's a bit darker than mine, so you might use a little bit of a darker pencil there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's right. So I'll give you a couple of examples, maybe. So maybe a dream of yours might be to be a ballerina. So you might like to draw that the page will be to be a dancer, a ballerina. And the steps before that you might need to take might be, you might need to learn how to dance. And before that, you might need to get a tutu that the dancers wear. And before that, you might need some dancing shoes. Another example could be if you want to become an astronaut. So before you become an astronaut, maybe you might need to learn how to wear the big suits that they wear and get used to that. Before that, you might need to get used to floating around and going upside down in a spaceship. And you don't want it, because then you can get sick sometimes doing something like that, can't you, Captain Starlight?
Oh, trust me. It happens every morning flying down from planet Starlight. Mm-hmm.
That's right. No one knows better than you, do they? And once you get used to it, it's all right, though, don't you?
Absolutely. It's so much fun once you get used to it, because you're just like, woo!
Yeah, that's right. You're just having a ball, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then there's just maybe one other example. You might like to be playing AFL or AFLW, like the grand final that's going to be on the weekend. Before you get to there, maybe you've got to think about learning how to play in a team together and learning how to share the ball around. And then maybe before that, learn how to kick. And maybe before that, you might buy some football boots. So there's a few examples for everybody to maybe what they want to do with their book. But remember that your dream is your dream and you can achieve anything.
Reuben, that is such a wonderful message, and it's just been it's so great. And I love the fact that now we can all be self-published authors.
That's right. How cool is that? Just like that, I taught you how to write a book.
You taught us how to write a book. So if you could give one tip, one, what's your most important tip to anyone who's thinking about becoming an author or writing their own book? What would it be?
Would be to believe in yourself and to write down everything that you can think of, because everything is all gold. It's all beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I think that's going to be my dream that I'm going to put down in the book, is I want to write a whole book and put all the words in the right order.
That's right. That's right. If you stick at it, you'll work it out. And then, like I said, like Goldilocks, you'll get it just right with enough effort and time put into it.
Too good. Reuben, thank you so much for today. This has just been such a pleasure having you here. And thank you for reading us your book and bringing this into the world. It's so amazing.
Well, thank you for having me, Captain Starlight. I also quickly wanted to mention to you, if you want to do any more of my activities, All You Little Heroes and Captain Starlight, I have my social pages, which you might like to check out. There's plenty of activities on there. Well, at the moment, there's 2 other activities, but there's going to be plenty more to come. So check them out if you like, and you can see them on there. And they're on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and they're called Reuben Cullen Kids. And also, if anyone is interested in a book, you can use a special discount code on my website called ReubenCullenKids.com. And it's Miracle for all yous, because I want to do something special for everybody for letting me read to them. So I hope you had a good time, because I had a blast.
Well, we've had an absolute blast too, pun intended, with the whole rocket ships things.
Captain Starlight, you joker.
No, mate, it's been such a pleasure having you here, and thank you so much. I don't think anyone will forget that discount code once they've written their book. It'll be on the front cover forever. So, Reuben, thank you so much for joining us, mate.
Oh, awesome. I'm really, really wrapped and honoured that I got to come on and spend some time with everybody and to read my book. It's been awesome fun and an absolute pleasure.
Oh, you're an absolute legend. Reuben, all the best, and we'll see you very soon. And thanks to everyone for tuning in at hospitals all across the country. Make sure you go out and read Reuben's book. Again, it's just such a fantastic thing. And do this activity. You can be a self-published author too. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.